one of the top quarterback prospects available in this year's draft, joining us right now on the Mercedes-Benz Vans phone line, Ole Miss quarterback Matt Corral. How are you doing, Matt?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
I'm doing fine. So what's April looking like for you right now? You got visits lined up? Walk me through what your week and rest of the month looks like for you right now.
Well, as soon as the combine ended, I got, I got the Zoom meetings, I got the private workouts, and the visits coming up starting next week. Was supposed to go to New Orleans last Thursday, but due to weather, we had to postpone it. But tomorrow I'm going to go to Orange County and see my guy John Beck and get some work in. And it's a constant work every single day, but you gotta love it because you only do this once, and I'm about to start doing what I was dreaming of doing when I was a kid.
Yeah, I mean, I guess this is going to be the most traveling in a month you do, maybe for the rest of your life. You never know. So, what's your itinerary? So, you rescheduled New Orleans, I imagine, and who else are you going to go pay a visit to? Who are you going to see?
I want to say I have Panthers, Steelers. Want to say Atlanta, and there's Eagles.
Okay. So those are the ones that, and are there any that you've already seen outside of them, personally?
No, I have not. I mean, I remember going to the NFLPA, and I remember visiting the Eagles facility. I remember just being in awe going there. It was a pretty cool, fun experience. Well,
now, other than your personal, your physical health and how you're recovering from your bowl game injury, what's the most often or common question that's being asked of you, Matt Corral, in this process?
I would say just what type of leader I am. And I think that's just a common question that I've been asked frequently. And, I just tell them, like, I'm a servant leader, and I wouldn't ask anybody to do something that I wouldn't do. And, they know that because I'm constantly showing that on a day-to-day basis.
And that's the answer you provide? Give me the answer that you provide to that.
No, that is the answer I provide. I mean,
okay.
It's short and sweet, but I mean, it's it answers everything, because you ask anybody in that facility, they'll tell you.
And your decision to play in your bowl game, are you asked about that at all, Matt?
Yes, sir. I've been asked this frequently as well. I knew, I would never be in that position without, my teammates, specifically everybody that has contributed from scout team to, just being being the ball boy. I feel like everybody takes credit, for being a part of this, the team that we had. I would have never been in that spot without those guys, and I don't think they really understood that because, it never crossed my mind that I wasn't going to play. The only reason why I had to make it a thing and, announce that was because people were coming up to me on my team asking me if I was going to play. Mm-hmm. And that had never even crossed my mind. And that was something that kind of, was a curveball just because I didn't think people would be thinking that. But, I let them know. I want to say this was after the state game, our last game of the season. And I went in that next Saturday, and I just wanted to that Friday, and I wanted to let them know that, exactly what I just said. I wouldn't be in this position without you guys, and, I'm going to give it all until it's over.
Well, what was going through your mind when you got hurt in that game? My heart was in my throat. We've never met, and I just watched that, and I got sick to my stomach seeing that because I, was wanting to see you at the combine and see you work out, and I didn't know how serious it was and things like that. What was going through your mind on the sideline that day?
My first thought was my family. And then right after, my family was just my dream. I just thought it was over. I didn't know how bad or, what had happened, but I just knew it hurt. It hurt a lot. And the pain wasn't settling at all. Like, it just kept going up and up and up. And I was just like, this is not good in my head. And I just remembered, like, not being able to put weight on it. And, it was scary. It was scary, definitely, just because I had no idea what had happened, and I'm grabbing my ankle and I can't feel it, and I'm blessed to finally find out that it was just a high ankle sprain and there's no breaks or tears, and that I made a full recovery.
Matt Corral here on the Rich Eisen Show. I heard your phone buzz before. Was that Bret Michaels texting you, Matt?
No, sir, it was not.
Okay, it was not? Okay.
But I've talked to Bret throughout this process. He really wants me to land in Pittsburgh.
That was my next question, because he was here in studio last month, Matt, and he didn't need me to bring your name up. He was talking about you and your family, and he considers you family and loves you, and and man, does he want you to be the next quarterback of the Pittsburgh Steelers in the worst way, big time.
Yeah, I have the utmost respect for the Michaels family. I mean, what they've done for me is something that I can never repay them for. They're there for me in tough times, and helping me through, and just showing me guidance, and being able to be there for me when I felt like nobody was. And that's something that I can never repay them back for. But the Michaels family there, Bret's really pushing. Bret's really pushing Mr. Rooney for them to pick me.
So he's going top down? That's what he's doing right now with your evaluation in the Steelers? He's going to the top, and he's like saying, this is who you should draft?
I mean, I don't know specifically.
Yes.
Who I know. I mean, he used to live next to the GM, one of the owners of the Steelers. I don't know who it was, but that was his neighbor, and they'd always talk a lot. And I know he brought my name up.
Well, that's odd that Bret would talk. I'll be honest, to anybody,
Yeah.
He's just honestly, he was just the greatest guest and the breath of fresh air, and he's just such a good. How long have you known him? Like, what's the story there?
Ever since I was a freshman in high school.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm towards the end of my freshman year of high school. I met them and their family, and they're really great people all around. Really genuine, down-to-earth people.
I love it. Matt Corral here on the Rich Eisen Show. How much did you ever hear from Eli Manning? Your any connection there, and 2 cents that he might be giving you in this process or throughout your time at Ole Miss, Matt Corral?
Yeah, I mean, I remember he would come into the facilities and watch film with us, and just ask questions here and there when we would be watching film. But Eli, he's been a great communicator when I've been asking questions, just because I just wanted to pick his brain a little bit, and he just told me to be myself, and that's honestly the best advice I've ever gotten, just because you don't really understand that until you're like towards the end of this process, to where it's like you need to, because it took a lot for me to just be just to be myself in these interviews, and don't try to make it don't make it not authentic. You want to be real in them, and you want to, show that you're not, just BSing your way through these interviews. And, you really don't have anything to lose if you just, be yourself. You're going to end up in the spot you're going to end up at, and that's something you have no control over. So might as well, be yourself and not be somebody you're not, just so you can end up in the correct spot that will build you as a player on and off the field for as long as you're there. And
how has Lane Kiffin unlocked anything for you, Matt? What do you got?
I mean, Kiff just being there and giving me the confidence I need. Just not necessarily just being telling me everything good about me and all that, but he pushed me to be a great quarterback and a great leader. At first, I'll never forget this. He told me. Before I was even a starter, I remember he just got out of meeting saying that, the slate's wiped clean. Doesn't matter if you started here last year or not. We're trying to put this team together, and there's no starters as of right now. And I remember after the first 2 days of spring practice, he told me, like, face to face, like behind after a meeting, he told me that you have elite arm talent, and you have the tools of what it takes to be a great quarterback at the next level. And I've heard that not a bunch of times, but like people have told me that. And I don't know, just when he told me that, it kind of hit differently, just because of who said it. He's been there and done that. So it's like, okay, maybe I am being too hard on myself, and maybe I need to start, believing in myself and having this confidence and swag about myself that I am that dude.
Yeah. What's the craziest piece of advice Lane Kiffin's given you, Matt? Where you kind of look at him like, Coach, really? Like, has he ever done that? Anything like that?
Off the top of my head, I can't think of one right now.
Okay. All right. I'll accept that.
Yeah, no, off the top of my head, I can't think of anything anything that's crazy. No, I mean, there's nothing that he's told me that's too out there to where it's like, what did you just say?
I love that, man. So he hasn't said, hey, when you speak to Eli, tell Uncle Eli hello to his nephew from me. He hasn't said that at all? Any point in time?
No, he has not said that.
Okay. While you're talking to Eli, just tell him again, because Eli does obviously know how great everything is there at Ole Miss. All right. So, are you going to be in Vegas? Do you have plans to be in Las Vegas on draft night, Matt Corral?
I'm currently figuring that out with my agent and my family right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I was presented the opportunity too, so I'm just thinking it over right now, and I think it's something that I want to do, but I just got to make sure everyone's on the same page.
Of course,
going up there.
Sure. And so, if you do that, do you have a suit already picked out? Do you have something already set?
That's in the process of being made.
Okay. Okay. All right. So that's happening while you're going to go around the country and put your best foot forward and go get drafted somewhere. Pretty much. That's what you're saying.
Yes, sir. I got some. I got some ideas about the suit and just some Ole Miss memories maybe.
Okay. All right. We got that all. We'll take a look out for all of that. Hey Matt, good luck to you. I look forward to spending more time on the phone or here in person, here in Southern California anytime you want. Good luck to you. I look forward to seeing where you land.
I really appreciate it, Rich. Thank you for having me on the show.
Absolutely, man. I look forward to Thursdays and Sundays and Mondays and what have you with you, Matt Corral. Let's do it. Mm-hmm. Thanks for the call.
Thank you. Take care.
That's Matt Corral. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.